Yes, we have a signal, and ladies and gentlemen, it is 7 o'clock, and we are here in Multyfarnham Cookery School in the kitchens of Kamalika in the distance, and we're ready to rock and roll, and I feel like I'm on television. It's fierce exciting altogether, and I'm going to cook. It's very interesting. I don't cook that much, so let's see how this is going to go, and we're going to record it then and put it up here on Facebook. Now, one question for everyone: if you can today, and you're watching with us, there's only a few people watching at the moment, but if you would like to find out about the cooking and find out the ingredients and find out how it is made and all them questions, feel free to ask the questions down below. And I see Carmel McMahon is at sending me a radio. Great start. So Carmel, if you want to learn about this fantastic cooking, we're here with a super chef, a lady who's travelled all the world and is renowned, and we're very, very lucky to be in her kitchen. So if you can leave a message and say like, what are we cooking today, or how do I cook that? This is a great way of learning, and you know what? It's literally on your phone. So every day is a learning day, and use this as an experience to learn something if you can today. And Kieran is looking in there, and fair play to you, Carmel. It's great to know you're on board. So I'm just going to give you some information of where we are, and let me see where it is there. Yes, Kamalika, General Manager of Multyfarnham Cookery School. They go live every single, nearly 3 or 4 days a week anyway, with a Zoom. And if anyone wants to find out any more information, feel free to ask any messages. Carmel Kennedy's looking in there from London. I can see you. And Pauline's looking in as well. And our friend from Romania is looking in. Great to know you're on board. Yes, there's loads. So look, lads. Oh, Margaret Geraghty is there as well. And Margaret Conroy is on board. So if you want to ask any questions, feel free. And let's have fun, lads. This is going to be great crack. Right, here we go. We're here with the boss. And as said, this is Kamalika. It's Kamalika's kitchen.
So guys, it's really nice to have Ray here. And as you know, he can sing, and he's a great performer, and he does the bongs and everything else. But I'm sure none of you have seen him cooking. So this is the ultimate moment that Ray is going to show all of you that he is multi-talented on top of everything else. So he is going to cook. We are doing a Thai theme today. So we are doing Thai style fish, baked and wrapped, steamed actually, and wrapped in banana leaf. So that's Ray's first recipe, and then the next one we are going to do Thai vegetable fried rice with pirik nam, which is fresh chilies in fish sauce that you will put on top of the fried rice when you're ready to eat. So if any of you do need the recipes, you can either request from Ray, or you have email, you can ask us, we can send it, or you're more than welcome to join any of our online classes. So let's get it started, and let's get this guy going now, okay? So we are using hake, is the fish that we are going to use today, and you're going to wrap this in banana leaf. So first what you're going to do is grate the zest of one lime.
You don't have to peel it, no?
No, we are using the zest.
Oh, the zest. Okay.
Okay, so let me...
The wrong way around.
Okay, so we're using...
Hard on the knuckles.
You need to concentrate here. It's
okay, I will concentrate, yes.
Okay, otherwise we are going to have a casualty on board. So, we need all that zest, then we will cut it in half, and we will use the juice of that lime. Then we are going to do the marination. So one thing at a time, guys.
Do I have to be fast, do I?
Well, we have all the time in the world, right? I mean, we are only doing 2 dishes. Normally I do it within about 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
But...
okay, so you want the whole lot of this in with the fish? This is, where'd you get the fish?
So we buy it from our local fish shop, which is quite handy, and also the nice thing with these guys is you can tell them to take the bones off, the scales off, the skin off, do this, do that. They do all of it.
That's George's place in Harbour Street, is it? Come on, George.
So that works we try to get all our stuff actually locally as well. So.
Excellent. So as a day, we're going to cook this fish, and we're going to cook it with the banana leaves around it. Now, I don't know, the banana leaves are not local, and so we're going to do that. And as you can see, folks, I'm really doing well. How am I doing?
Seriously good.
Okay.
Keep going. So while he's doing this, I just want to show you, you can use an electric steamer, or you can just use this old-fashioned way of steaming for this fish. Either way is fine, but when I say 20 minutes in the recipe, is where 20 minutes from steam generated. So if you're putting your fish and there's no steam coming as like this at the moment, that means you can't time that 20 minutes I'm talking about, because your water is not at boiling stage and it's not creating steam. So the steam has to be coming off, and that is when you can place the fish. And from there we are timing 20 minutes. Now if the fillets are bigger and the piece of fish is bigger and thicker, you might need a little bit extra time, but more or less we are looking at 20 minutes.
Do you want this bit in?
No.
No?
No. Well done.
Pop that off there first, please.
Yeah, so I'm going to cut this in half.
Oh, we're going to use this as well, yeah?
Yeah, so we're going to use the juice of this.
Oh, you're happy enough with that? Good.
Yeah, that's good. Now we have a lovely gadget for this. You don't have to get your hands dirty, so you keep it like this and you can squeeze in.
Squeeze in, so we're getting all, oh, it's this way, is it?
Yeah, that's
All
it.
right.
You need to use a little bit muscle power.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, mind me eyes. Now, thank you. There's one done.
Don't worry, after this you will be cooking Thai food for the whole neighborhood.
Yes, and all our friends who are looking in, I hope you're getting...
Now when lockdown is finished, you can all go to Ray's for a Thai evening, because by end of this, he will be highly qualified Thai cooking person. Now.
Okay, I think we've got as much as we can out of that, Kamalika. Thank you.
Done. So next thing is we are going to do the marination. So I'm going to just move this over here, and I will give you all the quantities, and you need to put it into this, and we mix it up, then we put it into the fish. So if you are doing this dish, please try and do the marination the evening before, because it is much nicer and it has more time for the flavors to get in. So if you are doing it, always do the marinations evening before, keep it wrapped up in your fridge, cook it the following day, that way you get lovely flavors going through the dish. So we need 2 tablespoons of coconut milk. Okay. So we're using these. These are actually made for measuring shot glasses, so there is a lot of usage in these, but I'm using these because they have tablespoons, teaspoons and ounces and milliliters. So instead of measuring with a spoon and it's falling all over, it's very easy to pour in. So 1 full glass is 2 tablespoons, and that's what you need.
And where did you get this? Did you get this over here?
So you can get them in any home stores and more, any places like that. Even some of the pound shops and places, you would find them.
Excellent. What is this again?
This is coconut milk.
Coconut milk.
So
you're very fond of coconut. You like that?
Yeah, so we are using full fat coconut milk, which is actually very good for your skin and things as well.
Okay.
So you'll be staying ever young. So you pour that coconut milk in there. Okay, and then we need 2 tablespoons of fish sauce.
Fish sauce.
Yeah. So
is that made of fish?
It is made out of fish bones, yes. So
fish bones.
So to make your life easier, I'm going to take this, otherwise it takes a long time to take 2 tablespoons. So,
thank you.
So again,
fill it up again?
Yes.
Okay. This is not shots, lads, so you can't drink this now straight back. It's the real thing.
Yeah, there we go.
That's very strong,
yeah. It gives lovely flavour though.
Okay.
Yes. That's
okay.
it. And then we need 2 tablespoons again of
2 of these
soy sauce. Yeah. So this variety of soy sauce is a naturally brewed soy sauce. We buy it from the local health food store. And even if you're buying soy sauces in any supermarket, make sure you read the back label. There is no MSG and other artificial stuff, because which is really bad.
someone else's name on this. You want two? Or
Yeah,
one?
two.
I
That's
just put
it.
one. I put one.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, it's two is in that.
Two is
Oh,
in
beg your pardon,
each glass is
Yeah.
2 tablespoons. You need to concentrate now. Now we need fresh, one fresh de-seeded chili. So since Ray is really new to this business,
Yep.
I thought I will do this. So we
Okay.
don't have, in case he rubs his eyes or something after cutting this.
Yep.
We
Good
don't
idea.
want him going out
As you can
of
see, the
here,
cutting skills, amazing.
crying. So
of
we
this
need to take off the
international chef.
center. Now these seeds are what causes mainly the spiciness. So if you are able to take good bit of spice, keep the seeds in, which is fine. If not, take them off. And this variety of chilies I'm going to show you quickly that I'm using here. These are actually the mildest ones you can get around here. Now there are smaller ones, very small variety of chilies. There's bird's eye, and then there's also hot bonnets they are called. The reason, as you can see from the name, it is extremely spicy, and that doesn't really go very well with most people here is not used to that kind of spice. So that's why I always show the type of chilies we use in class, because when the recipe says one chili and you put the wrong type of chili, it will be a whole different outcome.
Feeling.
Oh yeah, you're right. So I'm going to put in the freshly chopped chilies in here into my bowl, and then you need to put in a teaspoon. We are using pink sea salt.
Where's that now from?
So you can buy pink sea salt in any supermarket. Again, the reason for using sea salt is sometimes the table salts that you get here in Ireland does not contain enough minerals that your body needs. So buy a good sea salt. So I'm putting some black pepper in here as well. And the next thing is you just need to mix up all those ingredients with this spatula, and
Yes.
you need to pour it in.
Oh, yes, indeed. Look at
Okay.
the colours, look at the colours.
So while he is doing that, another thing that we need to do when you're working with banana leaves,
Yeah.
you always need to heat up the banana leaf. Now this is most of the time nobody really shows, but it is very important, because if you don't warm up the banana leaf and you try to wrap it, sometimes it cracks, and especially in the oven it breaks into a lot of pieces. So back in Asia, before all the plastic was invented, this was how people actually took their lunch. So they could actually wrap rice and curry, everything in this banana leaf, and they can take it. And when you do it like this,
That was their.
you see the change
Oh yeah.
of when you heat the banana leaf. So because this is an electric hob, I can keep it as close like this. If it's a gas hob, you need to hold it up high like this, and it will still do the same change to the leaf. So this is very important.
That was the used for eating your dinner off, yeah.
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 And still there are restaurants like in Singapore, in Sri Lanka, they actually called banana leaves. So instead of plates, your food is served on the leaf.
Wow.
Which is really nice, and it is very...
And is this the way now at home in your house? Did your mother do this as well?
Yes. So
Yeah.
my mom would have done this because it's also a novelty, especially sometimes when we have guests, we do all the dishes like this, we wrap it up, and then the guest actually opens it at the table. So which is really kind of cute as well, because it's like a gift parcel, and it's very welcoming.
And is that expensive now to buy that banana leaf?
It is actually called, I mean, it's not hugely expensive, but if you think of it in Sri Lanka, you just go down the garden and
Pick
cut
it
a
out,
leaf, whereas here you have to have a plan before you can make it.
Docket leaves wouldn't work
But
that
saying
well.
that, we get banana leaves now in Mullingar. So you can either order them from Fox's, they will bring it for you, or else you can go to the Asian shop beside Cusick Park in the frozen section and the fresh area. You can get the banana leaves, so it's quite handy. Now the next ingredient we need a piece of lemongrass for each piece of our fish.
Lemongrass.
Okay, so them up. I'm going to put them into the steamer as I explained. The steam is already generating, so you have to wait till that stage before you can do it. So we keep the shiny side inside. You keep your fish on the plate. And
what about the end of that lemongrass? You don't need to cut the end off it, is that fine?
No, that's perfectly fine. I mean, if you like it, we can chop it off, but
it doesn't make any difference.
Not really, because the flavor is going to get infused into the fish.
And we're not eating them, are we?
No, you're taking it off. Yeah. So you're going to insert it into the
I have to touch the fish now, have I?
Do you like to? If you don't, I can do it. No, I don't think
I'll do it. Go on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Now, when you go to a restaurant and it's all in a plate, Ray, that's a different ballgame. But here we are in a cookery school, and
you're allowed to touch the fish.
Yeah, all your fans are watching, and they're all waiting to see how Ray does this.
Now, is there enough? Is it settled? As you said, leave it overnight and let it all the goodness go into the fish.
Yeah.
So now we're going to put the fish. Just one fish, is it?
Yeah. So one piece.
Okay, I'm from the Midlands, so it's beef really that we're big into. I wouldn't mind touching beef, but fish is strange. Anyway, it doesn't feel that bad actually.
It's
okay,
good.
to which you want down this side?
No, the skin to
the bottom, yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to take some of this lovely marination and the chili
strong.
and pour on top. Okay. Then we take the lemongrass and insert it in.
Ah, right.
Okay, so you can have all this done the evening before if you want, and leave it in your fridge and cook it the following day. Then you take a nice bamboo skewer and you can insert it into the leaf.
Do you want to go this way or that way?
No, you need to go along here
Yeah.
so that the leaf stays together. In other words, you serve exactly like this to your guests. And in this case, you will be the one who will be tasting this.
Oh, as if you're opening the door, yeah? Oh, jeez.
Yes. So the person can actually open this after cooking, and they will do it at the table instead of you taking it all out.
Excellent.
Okay?
Is that it, yeah? Just pop it into the...
Yeah, so we need to do all three.
Okay.
Because...
All three.
Yeah.
Right, there you are folks, as you can see, second fillet coming in. This is Hague and it's made in this beautiful, beautiful sauce. Woo!
Now you're getting
there it is now, and then a bit of the goulash in on top of it. There you go. Now I'll tell you, I'm not a big fan of fish, but do you know what? I'm starting to like this.
Yeah, and when this is cooked, it's not even going to have a fishy smell because of all the marination. The whole problem that people here don't like fish is because fish smells. Fish smells because people here don't do any marination. They just throw it on the pan with some salt and pepper and the whole place stinks.
For days.
Yeah, if you do it this way, it doesn't happen. It doesn't stink.
That's it, you put in the fish and you give them the old, yes, done there now, make the fish. Oh.
Now we fold.
Right, and the bit of stick into her, and then we run this in and up, maybe in and through the fish.
Yeah.
You get into fish.
That's it.
Okay, we might get another bit of fish in there, like that. Now, look at that. Oh, you boy.
Yeah, don't damage the banana leaf too much.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you going to use it again?
No.
Okay.
It goes in the bin. That's disgusting. If you want to really save money, you can wash and keep using it at home, but we don't do it here.
Excellent. Only having a bit of crack there now. Chef.
There we go. Last piece, and then you're out of, you don't have to do that.
There you are now. So, are you cooking yourself for long? How many years now would you be cooking yourself, Kamalika?
Well, originally I started doing all this experimenting cooking in my own grandmother's kitchen. I would have been about 8 years old. By the time I was 10, 11, I could cook. Like I could actually cook
the dinner for the house.
Yeah, I could. And I could also bake and do cakes and stuff as well. So then I obviously went to catering college, did my degrees, met Dan, then we traveled all over the world, so it's a lot of, as a chef, if anybody's watching this who wants to be a future chef, guys, you need to travel And
Yeah.
you need to travel to different countries and you need to get that experience from different countries. Just staying in one place is not going to give you.
You don't learn to make different dinners.
Yeah.
And Dan is pastry chef. That's
That,
right.
yes, yes.
And who cooks the dinner in your house?
We both do.
All right. He cooks the dessert and you cook the dinner.
Sometimes.
Oh, I'm after doing an awful job in this.
Yes,
I went in and
awful
out.
job because you are not even at the right place.
Oh, songs. Oh, yes, wrong door.
Yeah, exactly. But we're getting there. That's the last one.
Chefs are usually stone mad and start screaming and roaring at you. I'm lucky enough that Kamalika is very easy going and she's in her
That is
zone.
only for the drama in the TV. You know, in real life, actually, chefs are not that bad. The whole reason they sometimes have to scream is because the junior chefs are not doing what they're supposed to do.
All right.
And then that leaves, because if something goes wrong, it always comes on the head chef and who's in charge.
And at the end of it, that's where the problem is.
Yeah. So that person has to answer all the questions.
I worked in the kitchen, it was my first job.
Oh, great. How long did you last?
I danced a good while actually.
Did you?
About a year and a half. I was very young. I was mainly preparing vegetables for the weddings and all that everything.
That's not bad. But when I first, even after my hotel school qualifications in Sri Lanka, it's not like here. They actually the system that they do is really good. You start from the bottom. So that way you know exactly how to prepare things, how everything happens, even when you are in charge of the whole kitchen. So it is really, really good.
How are we doing with time?
So this.
I know we've loads of time, but we have to cook it in ordinary time, yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to go for 20 minutes. So if you like to sing a song, you can do it because the rice is extremely fast. I will explain to you about the rice because the rice for this dish needs to be cooked. In other words, the rice must be cold for the stir fry. If we just cook rice straight away right now and do the stir fry, all the rice is going to get stuck together and be lumps. So if you are joining our classes, I do explain how we can cook this rice. So I'm using jasmine rice here and it's pretty easy. So to cook about 200 grams of rice, you need about 3 liters of water, little bit of salt, and it's the same technique as custard. So you bring the water to the boil. When the water comes to the boil, rinse your rice once and put it in, give it a good stir, keep it at that same boiling temperature. After 10 minutes, you need to use a colander or a strainer, which is like this. Drain it under the cold water tap if you want to cool it down. If you are doing a stir fry rice straight away, you can put it in, but not for this kind of dish, this Thai rice dish. We need the rice.
Are you going to cook that now for us?
You are going to cook.
Oh, we're going to do the rice now. Did you boil it already?
After you sing.
Okay. You're a lady I'll always remember, sweet lady I'll never forget, and the hours that we passed together, walking along by the Seine, and these moments I'll treasure forever. You'll always remain close to me. I fell in love with a girl that I met one rainy night in Paris. Bonjour, mademoiselle, je pense que tu es belle. When you smile, I can tell you love me too, mademoiselle. Dancing all through the night, I never wanted to end. Je t'aime, I love you, mademoiselle. For you, my dear.
Now that was actually sound for somebody that you can't see in the scenes for Maggie because she's gone all pink and blushing, but none of you can see at all, but that was for her. And I have to give Ray all credit because I can't sing to save my life. I can cook to save my life, but I can't sing. So fair play. After this, you can sing, cook, and do the bong show as well.
Thank you,
And
and I appreciate being...
How's your dancing skills?
Very bad. I'm actually a drummer by trade, and I'm not a great dancer. I can't waltz.
Oh, serious?
Yeah.
That's bad.
But I'll learn. It's like the cooking, I'll learn.
When the lockdown finishes, you can go with Maggie, practice.
Can you dance?
Ballroom. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, you done it at school, didn't you?
Yeah, well, when I was younger, I did a lot of the...
Drama?
We had Sri Lankan...
Give us something.
No, not now.
Dan, any music there?
We are in to do the cooking.
Oh, sorry, yes. We are goofing off, as I said.
I just gave you a brief opportunity to sing so that people can see that you are so talented in all departments in this section. So that is why.
Oh, she's polished. No, chef.
Now, this is pork choy. Now for this fried rice, we are not using carrots and mushrooms and everything that you get in the fridge. You can, but we are not, because traditionally it's not used. So we are using shredded Chinese cabbage, which I cut for Ray because I didn't want him to faint here if I gave him the whole list of things to cut.
I could cut myself.
Exactly.
And then we'd have blood.
Yes, and then
in the pot choy.
yeah, and then we have worse problems. So I did the ginger, you can see it's very finely chopped, and the garlic is extremely finely done.
Excellent.
And then the spring onion, which is our last ingredient. So the pork choy, you need to cut it.
How deep? How deep is your cut? Oh, yes. Right.
So we take that off and like this.
Pak choy, now where is that? Is that from Thailand originally?
Yeah, but it is also in many countries, they grow it and they actually have it here in Ireland as well. So there
Did
we
a
go.
couple more?
Yeah, you need to cut all the leaves.
Oh, as well, yeah.
Yeah, so this kind of, yeah. And then we also need some shallots, which I have peeled for Ray very kindly. So
The seeds in this is all right, yeah?
Yeah, that's fine, that's the flowers.
Okay.
It's not the seeds.
But eat the flowers.
Very good.
Excellent. It's all been net here, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, you're cutting in right size. No, keep it focused to make sure not to cut the fingers off yourself. Very sharp knife. I can feel how sharp it is.
Yeah, that's another thing. Most of the time people spend more time cutting and putting so much effort into cutting because the knives don't cut right. So if you have a plan of cooking often, get proper pots, get proper knives. You need these little things to, you know, to make your life that bit easier.
Okay, these are made by Taylor Eye.
Yeah.
Check them out.
So if anybody wants to know about any of these stuff we are using, they can send us an email and we can send them a link.
Email is what, once again?
So it's info@Multyfarnham Cookery School.ie.
Brilliant. What have we got here now? What's this?
So these are
stuff?
shallots.
Shallots, yeah.
So I have peeled them for you.
Fair play to you. Thanks for that.
So all you need to do is...
Oh, cut them lengthways. Why? Does that make a difference?
Not really. We're going to chop them, but this makes it easier for you.
Ah.
So this way, and then we cut.
Okay.
So you need to do...
I'll do that. No, thanks, chef.
We need to.
So, would I be in the chef business now? What would I be called? I'd be called a
You will be called a trainee.
trainee.
Yes.
No fancy name, no?
No fancy name till for
Commie chef, or what do you call him?
Commie chef, you at least need to go 1 year to catering college and at least 1 year of experience in a restaurant. I can't see you well either.
Okay, that's a bit of time spent, all right. And
maybe this is not the time to change your career.
no, I think it's gone too late.
Yes, yeah.
My eyes are starting to get sort of. Is that from these lads?
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. I'm not going to eat it. Okay, so once again, we cut them lengthways.
Yeah.
Mind fingers, and make sure to do that. And then you go here.
You're doing good.
Thank you. I feel good at this. I feel very
Actually,
confident.
out of jokes, it is really nice when you know how to do it. That's why the online classes are working very well for everybody, because I give everybody time to cook with me, and we all finish cooking one dish together all the time. And that way, end of the night, you can have 2 or 3 dishes cooked for the weekend or for the week. So actually, after the online class, you actually have a couple of nice dinners done. And it's really nice because you see all my ingredients, and we all do it together and all finish together.
And do you do much microwaving yourself now?
No.
No?
Not really. We don't actually have a microwave in this kitchen.
But like if I cook the 4 dinners, right, will I just slap them into the microwave then during the week and be fine, or should I boil them up now in the pan?
No,
again?
I do say if it's anything roasted and stuff, you can put a little piece of tin foil over your dish and heat it in the oven on very low temperature, or try and do it here. Okay, if you're really stuck for time and you have 5, 6 children and they are doing different sports, and everybody's stuck for time sometimes. And yes, you can throw it in the microwave, but try to reduce the usage of it a little bit.
Did you ever cook an egg in a microwave?
Never.
No, okay. Right, let's move on.
What
Next
do you
up.
think I do scrambled egg my husband will never eat scrambled egg from the microwave. He's a chef, he knows what it is.
You never caught him.
Maybe if I came before getting married to Ireland, married a Irish guy, I might be able to get away with it,
Yeah,
but
not with one of the lads from your own country, yeah?
no.
Right,
And a chef.
what's the next thing, boss?
So the next thing, boss, is we need lemongrass.
Lemongrass.
So I'm cutting this quite fine because it's going into...
Why are you cutting it sideways?
That's a nice angle to cut, and also the flavors to come out.
Come out
as
better,
well.
yeah.
So we need this to go into the rice, and we are going to use 2 eggs. So the reason I have a spoon and a fork
Yeah.
is normally people take the egg, they heat it here, they heat it there, they heat it here, and everything is dripping everywhere. So when even our kids that comes to camp, I show them how to break an egg.
Well, there you are, folks. Every day is a learning day. Once again, look.
Now look.
Kamalika's kitchen.
And in and break and out. No mess. Now you're doing the next one.
Hold on. Give me the fork and knife.
Now you only need the spoon for this.
Okay, so you give it...
No, look.
Oh!
Concentrate.
Pay attention!
Did you pay attention in school?
No, I was very bad at school. I found it very hard to stay in school.
It's okay.
Anyway, so right. Am I okay there, boss?
Yeah?
Yep. Now that clean, no egg, just the eggs in there, no shells. Exactly.
That's it, we're done.
Do another one? No?
No,
Okay.
we just need 2, and then you just whisk it up.
Something I whisked earlier. Will I break the eggs?
Yeah, just whisk it up really well.
Sorry, sort of kitchen-y. Oh yes, something I made earlier. Yep, you've got the yolk there, and it's all mixed together very, very well. More.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah, good. Have you seen the colours changing from constant quipping?
No, you're actually stirring.
Sorry, stirring.
Okay, this is what you're doing.
Oh yeah.
This is what I want you to do now.
No, do you know that? Did you know that?
We are going nowhere. We'll be here all night long with these 2 eggs. People will be in bed by the time we finish this episode.
Okay, head chef. Right. No, I'm doing it right. So it's sort of. And try not get it on your top. Very important.
Now, practice makes perfection. Remember?
Exactly. Yes, and you have to do it to learn it.
Next time when you do it, you'll be perfect. Now I just measured the soy sauce that we need. We also need 1 tablespoon of sunflower oil in here. Okay. Now this rice is called the vegetable fries, and Pyrrhic now is fresh chilies cut, de-seeded, or with the seeds depending on how much spice you can take. A little bit of lemon juice and in fish sauce. So as you know, Ray has done a hell of a lot of work now at this stage. He's sweating and crying with the shallots. So I'm going to do the chopping of the chilies, and then after this is ready, we will move on to making the... So this part that I'm doing for this rice, actually it will be really nice if you can again do this a day or two ahead, because there's only lime juice and there's only fish sauce, and they actually preserve this.
Oh.
So if you like the flavor of this, you can do this recipe double or triple, and then you can put it into a nice clean glass jar. Always guys, a glass jar or a plastic jar when you are using vinegar and these sauces. Do not put it into aluminium and this kind of containers, because there could be chemical reactions. That is why when with tin foil as well, if you are using tin foil, always put a piece of baking parchment on top. Do not put anything directly on tin foil that contains sauces. So I'm using the seeds in here because...
and the big knife.
And the big knife, because I'm going to chop it first. So if you have a nice good chopping knife, and when you're chopping things, you don't need to move your whole body and arm and everything. So you control the knife with your, if you're left-handed with the right, if you're right-handed with your left. So you're controlling the blade here, and then you're only moving this wrist. Okay? And of course your knife has to be good. If the knife is not good, people put so much effort into cutting and chopping that they get fed up of cooking at the end of it. So,
right, chilies on board.
Chilies on board. So this is
Red
going
and
to
green.
be put on top of the rice just before you eat. So this is not going into the rice as such. So you can put... we need, no, the soya sauce is for our rice. So we need 2 tablespoons. You can use
All the tablespoons, yeah.
measure from that into the rice, and then we need...
Into this here, not the rice, yeah? It's
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we
Like,
need half a lemon as well.
This reminds me of taking Calvaroid.
Now, there's only 3 ingredients in this, and it adds so much flavor to the rice at the end. So you just need to squeeze that in. And
Yep, very good.
so just half a lemon and the fish sauce.
Where to put that? You look after that?
Yeah, so we're going to keep it here ready, nicely mixing like that.
Yeah.
So let the fish sauce and the lemon juice get into the chili. Actually, it makes it mild as well with it.
Is this a mild version we're making?
Yeah,
Or, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And this is actually like kind of pickling concept. So that's why I said you can make this, put it into a glass jar, leave it in your fridge or your store, and you can use it anytime you need it as well. Now we are going to do the rice.
Hey, this is the...
So we have the eggs ready.
Yep.
Now the first thing what we are going to do is you are going to put in your oil.
Okay.
So when the oil heats up,
Do I turn it on?
yeah, I'm just going to check because this is
Has it got power?
induction hob.
Yeah. Heat coming on. Did I plug it out with the light? I must have. No? Oh yeah, I suddenly, sorry about that, chef. Okay. Chatting off the head, Jeff.
And because this is a induction cooker, I'm going to grab you another pan because it's
Change pans. Hope you're all enjoying it so far, folks, and as I said, any messages coming in there, great that you are sending us messages and inquiring about my well-being and how things are going frying here in the kitchen. As I said, the fish is on and it's boiling and it's in the banana covering. It's pig and a mixture of something. I just picked whipped out of my head earlier on, and it's working away. And Kamalika's gone to the kitchen, got a bigger frying pan. Sorry, Jane. Yeah, big pan. Okay. Oh.
And these tools came all the way from Sri Lanka when
Excellent.
our mummies visited us, and they actually made with the coconut shell. Now,
Okay. Excellent. That's beautiful.
now,
So it's on at 900, 440.
yeah. So if you're doing it in a hot like this, we go full, which is usually from 1 to 9. We're working at 9. If you have a gas pot, it's medium to high heat, and also the wok are brilliant because the heat reaches from underneath, so it's fast cooking. So this actually works brilliantly in a gas stove, which we have in the back. We don't have one here for safety.
Do we need to turn on the tractor fan now?
No, we don't, no. Unless you decide to burn something bad.
No, I don't intend to.
So there we go. The oil goes in,
Hey.
and you're going to put 2 teaspoons of garlic.
Always 2 teaspoons. 1, 2.
Yeah. Now you put in shallot.
Charlotte. Oh, this is Charlotte. These ones here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the onion.
They just bring up the whole stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can also add in the harder bits of pak choy, which are these. We won't put in any leaves
Okay.
yet, and the lemongrass also goes
Is it
in.
important to put them in different times, yeah?
Yeah, so the leaves, because they cook very fast, if
Yeah.
you put now, they will be overcooked. Same with the Chinese cabbage, they all these 3 ingredients will go only at the end.
And so does the ingredients or when you're putting in whatever the veg, do they sort of give off their taste first?
Yeah,
And then all the tastes come together like a big team?
exactly. Now I need to put in teeny bit more oil in the center here.
Okay.
Now you can also use sesame oil. I don't use it in class because sesame is a newly declared allergen. So if you don't know people's preference, you're better to do vegetable or sunflower oil or olive oil as such. So now you're going to drop in your egg.
In the
mix.
eggs go?
Yeah,
You're happy with that, the way they're...
yeah, perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Now,
Super.
so now we are on high
Making
temperature.
an omelette now at this stage.
Yeah, no, we are making a scrambled egg.
Oh, scrambled egg.
Yeah, so the whole idea here is to break up the egg. Have you made scrambled egg in a pan?
In the microwave, no.
Oh, okay. So I'll stick to this part then. You just keep adding the ingredients.
Oh, you want more, yeah?
So now
What would you
we
like?
are going to add in the Chinese cabbage.
Chinese cabbage. Okay,
Okay,
the
now
egg will
you-
stick to that, huh?
Yeah, now you can see the egg is nicely scrambled, but the pieces are still like, people will be able to see it when they're having the rice. Now you can add in the pork choy.
Pork choy. Is it important to have a good cutting board?
It is important, like everything else. I mean, inside the professional kitchens, we have color-coded chopping boards for meat, for fish, for veg.
Oh, yeah.
So here, because I only mainly cut veg, we have the wooden boards. If we are cutting meat, I bring meat is always red, fish is blue, yellow is for cooked ingredients, and white is for bread and cheeses and stuff like that.
And is that system used in all
Yeah,
kitchens,
yeah,
yeah?
that's a HACCP system. It has to be used. Otherwise, if the health officer comes in, you're in trouble.
Is this boiled already?
Yeah, so this is the cooked rice. I explained to you about the
Yeah.
cooking. So we are going to add in.
it just smells absolutely
See the grains are beautiful and
Yeah, they're
separate.
rising.
Yeah, so that is very important for fried rice. If you overcook the rice, don't try and make a fried rice, guys. It's not going to work. Okay,
Boiled
because
rice.
it's going to be gooey and everything. See the way how beautiful the grains here. That's not going to be like this. Everywhere there will be big lumps, starchy lumps, and the rice is getting more cooked in the wok, and that's not going to work. Now you need to drop in your soy sauce.
Soy sauce. God, this is absolutely amazing. Together here.
Okay.
Did you make this menu?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is from your kitchen.
Yes.
Kamalika's
Because
Kitchens.
I always take look at recipes, but I always strip them and change them.
Okay.
So,
Put your own spin on them.
Yeah, exactly.
How many will this feed now?
So most of our recipes are for 6 people. Because this will be served with the fish. So if you're only serving the rice and nothing else, you might need to do a double recipe.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah,
so
it looks
we
big.
always need to season it with a little bit of salt. Now you can do the stirring for a moment. And then I'm also going to finish it off with nice bit of lime juice. This is key, that last bit of lime juice. And the last ingredients are, now I'm switching off my pan. You can see all the veg is still nice in shape, in color and crunchy, okay? And then we are going to add in the spring onions. They don't need cooking time at all.
Oh yeah, they get a little bit of a boil.
Just mix it up,
left, yeah.
and once you have finished making, take it immediately off the hob, because you don't want to keep it on the hot hob, because then it will keep cooking and the leaves will change color. So if you
take it off now, yeah?
Yeah, so you can leave it on your wooden board here.
Okay.
Now I'm going to check our fish, which should be almost and nearly done. Now if you are one of those people that keep cooking because you're scared you would give food poisoning to people, a lot of the time people overcook food. So these are really handy. These are temperature probe. So when you probe the center of a piece of fish or meat, if it is reading over 75, it is cooked. So you can stop cooking and stop panicking as well. So I'm looking here. So this is reading 85. So it is nicely cooked at this stage on steam. There we go. So that's done. They're all cooked.
Wow.
So
we'll be checking all your messages now in a few minutes. Any questions, feel free to share them or ask them at the moment, because we're in Kamalika's kitchen, right? And I've not been injured yet by myself or the chef.
if anybody wants to know anything about the recipes, if they have done this kind of recipe and it hasn't worked for them or anything like that, be free guys, you can send a message to Ray and I can ask. And do not put the same spoon back in. You can taste it. Tasting is very important in cooking.
You end up with a whole load of spoons then. Firing them in. Anyway, beautiful.
What do you think?
When you were testing, then you just keep throwing different spoons. More spoons, please.
Yeah, normally you're not supposed to put it back in, because if you are serving it to a guest.
I know.
If it is home, yes, you can use the same spoon and you can keep doing whatever you like.
This tastes like just a meal on its own.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It is very nice.
As I said, I'm not digging the fish now, but sure, let's see how it works, how it turns out.
So the fish, you're going to serve it like this,
Uh-huh.
okay? And so that your guests will open it at the table,
Be hard posh, shouldn't it?
okay?
Yeah.
So you can see it's beautifully steamed. All the flavor is in it. You don't need to give separate pepper and salt at the table.
No.
You don't need to give them special lemon things to squeeze in, because everything is in there. So
We prepared it earlier.
I'm going to give it to you like this,
Yeah.
so that you can open it and you can taste it yourself. Now, if you really want to, I'll take that out of your way.
Thank you.
If you really want to be very impressive in presentation, this time of the year, guys, there's chives in almost everybody's gardens. And you can just put that chive
Very cool.
like that, and like that is restaurant presentation.
Brilliant. So, can I eat that now?
Yeah, so first I want Ray to taste the fish, because so that he can taste the marination, and then I'm going to also show how we are going to serve this rice.
Ginny, God, it looks great.
I'm going to get you a fork. One
Yeah.
minute.
Brilliant. As you can see, this is cooked for 20 minutes. Very easy to cook. You can do it actually in the hour that you have off your afternoon when you're coming home from work. Just prepare it the night before and then get out the boiler, put it in there, put the water in the bottom, boil it away. 20 minutes will bring you that, and I think probably, well, this will take a little bit of a while, but I'd say all you have to do is prepare all the vegetables before you leave the house in the morning and come back then and put it all into the wok. We have a story about the wok, but we're not sharing it with you at the moment. Thank you very much, Chef.
There you go.
I feel very privileged to be in Kamalika's kitchen, and she is in Multyfarnham, which is just outside Mullingar, a beautiful spot. And where we are at the moment is the most historic of places. There's a beautiful church here as well, and it has an amazing bong at 12 o'clock. Smells nice. It doesn't smell like fish. No smell of fish here at all. And as you can see, no extractor fan needed when Kamalika is in the kitchen. Oh lads. Now my father's looking in here. Daddy, this is absolutely beautiful. He was talking about coming out and he said, can I get me dinner? I said, Daddy, maybe if you want. Ah no, I'll leave some.
You should have bought it.
It'd be great if we came and we could serve him. But not to worry, this is absolutely, this is hake, and I would not be a big fish man. But this doesn't smell like fish. It's very, very tasty, and recommend it to anyone. Find out the information on their webpage. Go to, there's all the information. It's Multyfarnham Cookery School.ie, phone numbers as well. And sure, send us a message and we'll send you the link. But go to their page and check out what they're up to here.
So now I'm going to serve the rice.
Okay.
So I really don't like the way, you know, sometimes here people serve the rice on the plate, then they put the curry on top of the rice.
I do that now, and I'm one of them.
I prefer it like this. So get some, I always tell the people in class, if you can't cook nicely, get some beautiful bowls, because your presentation might get you wrong.
Very important, yes. It's all about colour.
If you can't get the cooking part right, at least the presentation part, if you get it right, you might get away with it. So always when you're serving a rice or a curry in a bowl like this, build it up. It does not have to be like all flat and chopped in. So nice to build it up. And then this is the chilies that we made. Okay, so all you do is a little bit of that goes on top.
That is just beautiful. Oh my God.
And that's it. So you can either have it with your rice and the fish together, and you can serve it like this, and the person can put the rice next to the fish if they want, or they can just eat it in two separate plates and a bowl, or something like this. It is better presentation than everything put on one plate, and you know, it looks very messy as well.
This is just beautiful. And you can taste it on your, the chilies giving you a little bit of a kick there as well.
Yeah, and also we use only very few ingredients, yet we came out with a nice, beautiful dish. So that's the other key thing about it, is that you don't have to have the most expensive rice, because sometimes people have this thing that they think if you buy a very expensive rice, that it comes out better than the other rices, but it is mainly if you know how to cook it, most of the time you can rescue. Now in this case we are using Thai jasmine rice, but different rices are for different dishes and reasons, but normally overall, if you are just cooking a bit of rice to go with a curry, if you follow the instructions as I explained before, you bring your water to the boil with a bit of salt, put in your rice, 10 minutes max cooking time, and then you drain. That is how you can do a beautiful fried rice like this. But if you want to not drain and not do fried rice, or by mistake if you overcook your rice, don't chuck it out. Fried rice is a no-no if your rice is overcooked. It won't work. But put about 100 ml of coconut milk and let it get really gooey and let it overcook, and you can serve it as a sticky coconut rice with your curry. What happens in the kitchen should stay in the kitchen. So if something does go wrong, you are the only one that know and you can adjust it.
Don't throw it out, like, because a lot of people throw out a lot of food, don't they?
Yes, there's a lot of food wastage in not only in Ireland, in most countries, and then we have so many people starving in the world as well. So one of the reasons I always tell in class is have a plan for the week. So have a plan that, okay, Monday this is what you are going to make, Tuesday, Wednesday, and have a plan up to about 3 days and do a shop.
Right.
And finish that stuff, and then right at the end you should have like, if there's bits and pieces left, you should have, that's where we do a family dishes made easy class, where you can use up those bits of ingredients without putting them in the bin. But it is great to do a big shop of dry ingredients and other stuff, but fresh ingredients should be bought maybe every third day, so that it doesn't go off and that you're not throwing things out as well. So.
Now, you see what we've cooked here? Like, can you heat that up again tomorrow?
Oh yeah, definitely. So.
But with the cabbage nuts all frizzle up one?
No.
No?
No. You again heat up your wok or your pan, put a teeny bit of oil and cook it back. Now it will not have the exact crunch, but there is nothing wrong with it, and you certainly can have it the following day. Now the only thing I need to tell everybody, because you asked about the heating thing, if you are putting anything in the fridge, it must be 100% cooled down. Never put anything semi-warm, because it pulls all your fridge temperature down when you put like that, and this causes the bacteria to grow in your fridge. The moment your fridge should be between 1 to 5 always temperature, and if things are going off in your fridge, you need to check if your fridge is set at correct temperature as well, and that is again a handy thing in having a temperature probe that I showed you before, because you can on that temperature probe and leave it in the fridge and take a reading just to see if your fridge is working correctly.
Anyone looking in, lads, and don't like fish, I mean, I can't say enough how fantastic this is.
Oh geez, it's nearly finished. I thought you didn't like fish.
I didn't know, I mean, it's so tasty, and even the juices, you think, sorry, throw the juices in here, but this is very, very tasty on its own. And if you just do this, and just dip the old fish into the juice there, and taste that, beautiful.
Now this is even nicer if you do the marination the evening before, and you keep it in the fridge and cook it the following day. It's even nicer. Now the barbecue season is coming, so if you are doing this recipe, if you put banana leaves, of course it's going to burn, so wrap it in tin foil.
And then put it onto the barbecue.
Then put it on the barbecue.
And you can cook barbecues as well, yeah?
Yeah, so we do barbecue classes here. So we do all the marination, salads, everything inside, and then we have a beautiful courtyard out here. We go out there and we do everything, or the cooking out there.
Things are starting to open up now. You're going to be back in business, bringing people here to Multyfarnham Cookery School.
So
when will that be?
Beginning of July. So we have children's camps already advertised, which are filling up. We also have for teenagers, 13 to 17-year-olds, and this time we have put them as one-day classes, and they are vegetarian and vegan, Italian, and baking and desserts.
And do they eat the grub before they go home?
Yeah, everybody gets a full meal to eat like you.
So starve the kids and send them out here?
More or less, because from the moment they come, especially our regular kids, we are starving. we are starving. Did you have breakfast? Yeah, but we are starving. So we sometimes do something like a quick sausage roll that goes in and give them kind of a mid break, and then everybody has a lunch and a dessert in the camp, so parents don't have to send anything in. Drinks, everything is provided. They also get recipe sheets just like the adult classes.
Oh, yeah.
So every child gets a recipe sheet. So if they take it home, if they want to do it back.
So kids are going to be cooking here very, very soon. And what about adults? I mean, you've been training people up for a long, long time, for years and years and years here.
So we are going to have adult classes starting in July as well.
Oh, super.
So we'll have barbecue, Thai, all the classes. And also don't forget, we have birthday parties for children, but we also have birthday parties and other celebrity or company get-togethers. Any of those things we can organize it here. If you like to have a bit of fun, we can do hands-on on our individual stations. Or else if you just want to sit, relax, have a glass of wine and we do all the work and you keep tasting all the dishes, that can be done as well. So there is no age limit for parties.
What about drink with this? Would you drink wine with this meal?
You can, yeah.
Or a beer, or would you drink beer? No, wouldn't be a beer. Wine mainly.
Not really, yeah.
White wine?
Wine, yeah.
What would you recommend?
Something like nice and mild. I go for something sort of fruity.
Brilliant. That is absolutely fantastic. I'm nearly finished. And you know what? I'm going to have a chat now and see who is on board the ship. Yeah? So give us a little look there and let's see who has joined us. As you can see, folks, I didn't like that at all. And it was very, very tasty. Oh, I'm back looking at myself. Here, I'll bring you back to the meal. Right, let me see. Okay, so let's see who we got on board and who has been looking in. This was meant to last 20 minutes, lads. And I looked at the clock, it's 8 o'clock now. So Catherine Brown is looking in there and Audrey is looking in. She says she loves this. And good evening from France. Colette, are you a big foodie? Do you like, as I said, do you like cooking yourself? And who else do we have here? We've Audrey is looking in there and she says hello to her friends, and Anna Hora is in. If there is a fingernail in that, we know where it came from. Exactly, Anne. Do you know who we are, Anne? We're out just not too far from Bun Pub as well, and Bunbrusna. Rachel Louise Collins is looking in there and she says hello to Kamalika.
Oh, hi.
That's, you'd say hello to her there.
Hi, Rachel.
And who else have we got? We've got Audrey looking in there doing, you're doing great, Ray. Send down to Clady. She's up in Clady. And Audrey Neal says hello to you as well. She's in Clady and always sits with us on the front of the bus. And Mary Cross, it's actually Mary Cross's birthday yesterday. And Mary, she says, I love chicken korma. Well, fair play to you. If you watch this lady, she'll probably teach you how to make it. And make it very well. And we have Mary Parsons as well. Didn't have you down as a chefy type, Ray. Show how much I know. Well, every day is a learning day. Did I look smart? That's the most important thing. Interesting recipe. Congratulations, Kamalika. And that's coming in from Valentina, who is looking in from Bucharest. Margaret McCabe is watching in there, and she says, Margaret McCabe watching, and oh, there's Valerie looking in. Look at all the ingredients. Beautiful, Valerie. Awesome job, Ray. It's going to be delicious. It has been delicious and tastes very well. Margaret McCabe sends her regards to you, Kamalika. And Noreen O'Neill is looking in there as well. Well done, Ray. You must bring you down to Rachel Allen in Ballymaloo. No problem. If Rachel wants me, I'll be there. And Red One is looking in there. I don't know where in the world are you from, Redden, but tell us about your cuisine. Do you like this type of food? And what's your favourite food indeed? Rachel is looking in there once again and wishing everyone well. Valentina, it's great you're doing well. Thank you very much. Great support from all our friends. And Agnes Moore is looking in from over the ditch. She is in just outside Irish Town there as well. And great to have you on board. And Ray, can I buy it? You can. Mary, no problem. Mary Cross wants to buy it. Good job. You're taking instructions from Gordon Ramsay, Ray. Fair enough, but it's Kamalika's her name, it's not Gordon. And Sally is looking in there. You're doing a great job. Sally, we're only talking about you and all your fantastic friends and family. You're doing a great job, Ray. That's 10 out of 10, and that's Margaret looking in there as well. Thanks, Margaret. And Audrey says, Yahoo, brilliant. She must have came to the boiling part. Love that song, Ray. Good choice. And that was especially for Kamalika, but she sort of put it off to Margaret. Not to worry, because the husband is here as well, and she's sort of getting, I can't be.
The husband can't seem to save his life. So
Anyway, that's Dan, and Dan is in the background. He's doing all the recording. He's the man behind the scenes. Mary Cross says, you have us all laughing. Isn't it great? Absolutely super. Mary Teresa's there, and she's looking in from Eden Derry saying, mind your fingers. And Ray, you're a great chef. That's Red One. And brilliant, guys. Thanks very much. Kamalika, well done. And that's Mary Cross saying hello, because you see people are coming in at different times. 3 Michelin chefs. That's Valentina coming in from Bucharest. Carmen Kennedy says, Ray, will you soon be Master Chef? Look, if they want me on it, there's no problem. Just send the invitation and I will be there. Margaret Russell is saying, great, Ray. And what else have we got? Margaret Russell is saying, in the kitchen. Yes, Ray, that's looking in from Mullingar. Thank you very much, Margaret Russell. And Carmen Kennedy is there once again, and Mary Cross is watching. Yes, everyone I think has sent us a message so far. You're whipping up the eggs. That's Carmen Kennedy. So I think, look, we're delighted that you've taken the time and stayed with us the whole way through this. If you want to get any more information, contact Multyfarnham Cookery School, and I'll just give you some more information here, and their technology and their phone number, and they're on WhatsApp, and they're on Instagram, and they're on Facebook, and the last word is always given to the head chef. Kamalika, once again, thank you very much for having me on board, and it's a pleasure to be in your kitchen.
thank you so much for coming, and we are hoping to continue with this and having Ray more often. So if any of you guys want to cook with us next time, let us know so we can share the recipe 3 days ahead of time. You buy the ingredients and you can join in and cook with us. So when we finish cooking, you also will have the same dishes done at home.
Brilliant. Well, look, thank you very much, Kamalika. And as I said, ladies and gentlemen, we're very, very lucky to be in the kitchen with this super master chef. She is a fantastic lady and very, very up to date with what's going on and creating some beautiful, beautiful food. Check her out on Zoom, because she does this all live on Zoom as well. And we're just going to have the dinner. Is there dessert? Dessert? I didn't hear any dessert.
You had the dessert when you arrived. So we are now going into mains after the dessert.
The desert is right, folks. Look at this. This is what we had. And what was that, Kamalika?
We had traditional Thai coconut rice dessert with grated jaggery on top, which Ray had with his cup of tea before we started, since he arrived at 6 o'clock here. And now he is going to have his main meal, which he has almost finished. Only poor Maggie is sitting here with no food, so she's going to have some, and then he has...
Will Dan join us, will he?
Yeah.
We'll all have a bit of grub. So we're going to sign out once again, folks. Thank you for looking, and we're delighted that you made the time to join us this evening. As I said, it ran on a little bit late, but maybe the next time we'll be able to make it faster. But look, it's Saturday night, and I hope we're giving you something to have a little bit of fun watching us over the social media platform that we're going on Facebook, and we'll put up on Instagram as well, and some other platforms. You want more information, send us in a message and we will give you the message, all the information that you want to know. Sorry, word from head office.
Share.
Oh yeah, one thing, share with your friends, share with everyone you know. As I said, you never know, we could all be together, 360 of us, all cooking on the Zoomer. Right, Kamalika, thank you.
Thanks a million.
Bye.